Hello, dear children. Today we are going to start our seventh chapter, A Girl Who Was Anne Frank, written by Louise D. Jong. This is one of my favorite chapters in the whole syllabus. Comparing other chapters, in this lesson, we see a girl, a 13 or 14 years old girl, her struggles, her sacrifices, while she was in a concentration camp of Germany or Nazis. We all listened about Adolf Hitler, his party, Nazi party, and their cruelty on Jewish people. These all things, these all things are well known for us. We are very much known about all these incidents. We have studied in different subjects also. Here, we discuss a diary of a young girl called Anne Frank, which is giving a perfect picture of the cruelty of Nazism that we see in the diary of this young girl. About this diary, we see in this chapter. So, her life incidents, what are the things she had gone through in her life. So, these all things we see in this lesson. So, before I begin the explanation, I think I should tell about Anne Frank. Let's see who was Anne Frank. Anne Frank's real name was Annalise Mary Frank. She was born in 1929, June 12th, in Frankfurt, in Germany. Her father's name was Otto Frank and her mother Edith Frank. She had a sister called Margot. Comparing Anne Frank, her sister was very promising in the beginning age or childhood, but they grew up and Anne became so popular, and her writings, she wanted to be a writer or she wanted to be an author. So the same thing only happened even after her death also. On her 13th birthday, Anne Frank got a diary. Her parents presented her a birthday gift. It was a diary. From that day, she had started writing that diary. This diary became a historical, like a sculpture, or it became very important thing to discover, to understand the cruelty of Nazism on Jewish people. So, Anne Frank's life it's a lot of incidents were there in Anne Frank's or the Otto Frank's family's life. In 1933, as we know, Adolf Hitler, his party, Nazi party, won in the election, and Hitler, he was appointed as the Chancellor of Reich. Then Hitler issued an anti-Jewish decree. So due to that decrees, Otto Frank decided to migrate to Netherlands. From Germany to Netherlands, they shifted along with his partner called Wanda. Within some years, they decided to go for hiding. They go into hiding. Then there they arrested. Then, including the whole family, including the ladies also, they shifted to Nazis concentration camps. There, our Anne Frank and her sister died in 1945. Still, even Anne Frank's death, we believe it is in March, but some of the people, they say it is in February. It can be February also. So, still we have no perfect exact date or exact month about Anne Frank's death. It is only known that it is in 1945. So, after her death, somehow Anne Frank's father, he only survived and he released from the jail. Then he came and he collected her diary and he published it. It got a big response. At first it was published in 1947, and now it is translated into 70 languages and millions of copies sold. In her diary, she had written everything about her life, that 2 or 3 years of her life. In that we can see her feelings, her emotions, her adolescent thoughts, struggles, fight with her mother. This everything, each and every incident she had marked in her diary. She considered the diary as a best friend of her. She called it Kitty. She had given a name also for the diary. So for Anne Frank, that diary was like a part of her life. Each and every incident she noted in the diary, and now we could understand what are the things, what are the problems, sufferings Jewish people had got from the Nazis or Adolf Hitler. This is a like a small brief about Anne Frank's life. Now we are going to start our chapter. And how do you know that the human race is worth saving? An argumentative young student once asked his professor. Said the professor, I have read Anne Frank's diary. So one day, someone asked the professor, how do you know that the human race is worth saving? How can you say that this human race is worth saving? It has a lot of values. How can you say that? One argumentative student asked to a professor. So as an answer, the professor told, I know because I have read Anne Frank's diary. How this diary of a teenage girl came to be written and saved is a story as dramatic as the diary itself. No one foresaw the tremendous impact that the small book would have, not even her father would, who had it published after Anne's death in a Nazi concentration camp. So this diary of a small teenage girl, it came to be written and saved is a story as dramatic as the diary itself. Just it was written as a normal diary, but after that it became like a drama. It became like very dramatic one. No one had any idea it would be making a tremendous effect. This one small book will make a tremendous impact on the society. Even who published Anne Frank's father only published this diary. Even he also did not have any idea that this small one diary of a young girl would make a great impact on the society. This diary was published after Anne's death. Here only we see where she had died. She had died in a Nazi concentration camp. After her death only, her father published this diary. So no one had any idea this one small book would make a great impact on the society. The Diary of Anne Frank has now been published in 19 languages including German and has sold nearly 2 million copies. Made into a play by Francis Goodrich and Albert Hackett. It won the Pulitzer Prize for Drama and in the 1956-57 season alone played in 20 different countries to 2 million people. In London, it ran for nearly 6 months at the Phoenix Theatre. 20th Century Fox turned it into a film. So in this paragraph, we see the things which had happened related to this diary. How it became so popular that we see in this paragraph. This diary has published in 19 languages including Germany and it sold nearly 2 million copies. Now presently it has sold nearly 10 million copies. This article was written some years before. And after that, it made into a play by Francis Goodrich and Albert Hackett. They made it into a drama, and this drama won Pulitzer Prize. In 1956-57 season, only this drama played in 20 different countries, and in 2 million people had watched that. In London, it ran for nearly 6 months at Phoenix Theatre. Continuously, in 6 months, they played this one drama only in Phoenix Theatre in London. 20th Century Fox made this drama into a film. So, this one small diary, a young girl's diary, became so popular that it sold millions of copies. It became a drama. This drama won praise. Nearly 20 countries. In 6 months, in different 20 countries, they played this drama. It turned into a film. So it became very popular. It had got a sudden response from the people. To understand this amazing response, it is necessary first to understand the girl who was Anne Frank. So when we see this is like unimaginable. It got sudden response from people. If you want to understand this amazing response, first you should understand who was Anne Frank. We have to understand the life of that girl. When Hitler came to power, Otto Frank was a banker living in Germany. He had married in 1925. In 1926, his first daughter, Margot, was born, and 3 years later, his second, Anneliese Mary. She was usually called Anne, sometimes tender one. So, in 1933, Hitler came to power. In 1925, Anne's father, Otto Frank, he was a banker. 1925, he had married to Edith Frank. In 1926, they got the first child called Margot, and after 3 years, in 1929, June 12, second daughter, Anneliese Mary, had got birth. Probably she was called as Anne. Sometimes they call her tender one because she was very cute and very soft in behavior. In the autumn of 1933, when Hitler was issuing one anti-Jewish decree after another, Otto Frank decided to immigrate to the hospitable Netherlands. He started a small firm in Amsterdam. Shortly before the outbreak of war, he took in a partner, Mr. Van Dan, a fellow refugee. Mostly they traded in spices, business was often slow. Once Otto Frank was forced to ask his small staff to accept a temporary cut in their modest wages. No one left. They all liked his warm personality. They admired his courage and the evident care he took to give his two girls a good education. So, in 1933, Hitler became the Chancellor of Reich and he issued back-to-back anti-Jewish decrees. So because of that, Otto Frank decided to immigrate to Netherlands. There he went and started a small business. And he got a partner also. His name was Mr. Van Dan. He was a fellow refugee. Mostly they traded. Their business was mostly based on spices. Because of these decrees and all, because of these problems was given by this Hitler's government, the business was very slow, which was no more business was going on properly. So once Otto Frank, he asked his staff to cut their salary, once a small cut from their temporary salary. But even though he cut their salary, no one left from the job because everyone was liking Otto Frank's warm personality. He was a great man. He was such a good man, and more than that, his courage and his evident care he took to give education for his girls, for his daughters. These two things was making everyone to like Otto Frank. So even he cut their salary, no one left from his company. As a pupil, Anne was not particularly brilliant. Most people believed with her parents that Margot, her elder sister, was more promising. Anne was chiefly remarkable for the early interest she took in other people. She was emotional and strong-willed, a real problem child, her father once told me. A great talker and fond of nice clothes. Life in town, where she was usually surrounded by a chattering crowd of girl friends, suited her exactly. This was a lucky fact because the Frank family could only rarely afford a holiday, nor did they own a car. As a student, Anne Frank, she was not so brilliant. Most of the people believed, even Anne Frank's parents also believed that comparing Anne Frank, Margot was very promising. Her elder sister was very promising. Anne was like a normal girl. She always fond of nice clothes. About her, once her father is saying like a real problem child. She is a great talker. She always used to talk and fond of nice clothes. Whenever we see daytime, she will be always chattering with her crowd of girlfriends. Always she would be covering with a number of girls and they would be talking continuously. This only probably. And most of the time she would be standing in front of the mirror and she would be checking her clothes and beauty. So her life was like this. She was not so brilliant in studies or no, she was not like promising at the age of childhood. So, and in one side, Otto Frank believed that this was actually nice because probably they don't get a holiday. Otto Frank family could only rarely afford a holiday because they were living in very adjustable conditions. They were not in their hometown from Germany because of the anti-Jewish decree. They emigrated to Netherlands. There they were running their business in a very slow. So because of that, even they had no own car also. So because of all these situations, Otto Frank was happy that Anne Frank is very happy with her friends. So she is very engaging with her friends, so that she won't ask for a holiday or picnic and all. So because of that, Otto Frank was very happy. When the Nazis invaded the Netherlands in May 1940, the Franks were trapped. Earlier than most Jews in Amsterdam, Otto Frank realized that the time might come when he and his family would have to go into hiding. He decided to hide in his own business office, which faced one of Amsterdam's tree-lined canals. A few derelict rooms on the upper floors, called annex, were secretly prepared to house both the Franks and the Van Daan families. So, in 1940, this Nazis army, they invaded Netherlands also. So, they trapped there. Otto Frank decided to go into hiding. Like most of the Jewish people, they already had gone for hiding. Now Otto Frank decided this is the time to go into hiding. So the two families, Van Daan's family and Otto Frank's family, they decided to hide. They did not go any other places. They had a small room structure in their office only. It was a derelict room. Derelict means in a bad condition. So it was not so good, but even though they decided to hide there, that was called annex. That room was called annex. Annex means a wing, like an extra room added to a normal building. So they decided to hide there. These two families, they set up their space in that small room. This Van Daan's family and Otto Frank's family. Early in July 1942, Margot Frank was called up for deportation, but she did not go. Straightway, the Franks moved into their hiding place, and the Van Daans followed shortly afterwards. 4 months later, they took into their camped lodging another Jew, a dentist. So, in 1942, early in the 1942, in July, Margot called deportation, means they received a letter to leave the country. Margot received a letter to leave the country, but she did not go, which means not only leave the country, leave the country and go and join in the camp, but she did not go. So they already decided to go into hiding. They shifted to their hiding place. Otto Frank's family, Van Daan's family, and after some days they got another one companion, a Jew, a dentist also. So these all members, nearly 8 members, they adjusted. They struggled a lot to hide in that small room called annex. That's all for today. We will continue in the next video. I hope you understood today's video. Thank you. Take care. See you in the next video.